Alrighty, hello everyone. Hello, and welcome. How's everyone doing this lovely Sunday? Oh, yes. Welcome, my friends, to a full day of Battle Royale fun. After covering new releases for 2 straight days, I figure I would mix it up with a day away from that stuff, so that people don't feel too much burnout on the same stuff constantly, okay? And I will be doing some balance as well, continuing on tomorrow. I'll explain in just a moment when we get to the schedule. But today is Sunday the 17th of February, 2019. Hello and welcome everyone to my stream. How's it going? I hope I find you well. So what will we be doing today? Well, we're going to be starting off today, excuse me, with a fun co-op session of Apex Legends. Last week it was myself, Brian, and Kekin who teamed up. And through much determination and much trial and error, as well as, a little bit of luck, we finally got our very first win here in Apex Legends. It was a fun match, really entertaining, and I was hoping that we will get another one today. That would be pretty awesome, wouldn't it, if we got our second win ever today? We got many second places, but the elusive first place has only happened once. All right. So I haven't played this since, around earlier this week, hoping to do well, to learn more. Some people are even saying that I'll probably be able to unlock a character today. So we'll see if I can unlock a character. More than likely I'll unlock the Mirage, since he seems to be the best with that clone ability. It fools me every time. Every single time I see the clone, I go after it and then find out it's a clone. So it seems pretty effective. So yes, it will be myself, Brian, and Kekin teaming up again. However, Brian may need to leave early. He said that he can maybe play for a couple hours and see how it goes. So we may be looking for a third co-op partner for the second half of today's stream. All right. I'll certainly let you guys know how it goes. Obviously Brian will tell us during the course of today's stream. So we'll see. All right. We'll see. If you're interested in possibly being a co-op partner in Apex later, so we're going to get at least a few hours in here, at least 2 hours in with Brian, okay? But if you're interested in possibly teaming up later, let me know via email, darksidephil@hotmail.com, or if you're a moderator, just put it into the moderator's chat room that you're interested, okay? And we'll see. So maybe later we may have someone else for, like I said, after my break, the second half of the stream, may have someone jumping in to finish off the stream, okay? Later tonight, more Battle Royale, all right, but it's going to actually be solo Battle Royale in Black Ops 4 Blackout. I haven't played that in a couple weeks now, so that should be fun. As you know, Apex Legends, being team-based, is very attention-heavy, meaning you have to constantly be interacting with your teammates, looking around, observing, looting. Very involved game that keeps you very busy and kind of tied to the game. So to be very honest with you guys, it's kind of hard to do stream interaction during Apex Legends. However, with Blackout, especially when you're playing solo, a lot of the early game stuff is literally just looting. So I should have much more opportunity later tonight on the late stream in Blackout to interact with you, to turn it more into like a Q&A session and just hang out and kind of have some fun rather than worrying about serious gameplay, all right? So even though today is all Battle Royale gameplay, I think we're going to find it's 2 very different situations because it's 2 very different games, all right? Now, tomorrow I will be returning to new releases. What will I be playing? That is up to you. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, on my Twitter, which is @TheyCallMeDSP, I'll be putting up a poll. You will be voting on tomorrow if you would rather see the continuation of Metro Exodus or the continuation of Jump Force. And depending on what wins the poll, will be my main 4+ hour gameplay stream tomorrow, Monday. All right? Then Monday night, I'll be doing some Subnautica. Okay? Then on Tuesday, whatever I didn't play on Monday will be played as the main gameplay stream. And then I think Tuesday night I'm going to return to Dark Souls Remastered for a couple hours. I know I said I probably wasn't going to do that, but the truth of the matter is, I don't really want to do back-to-back chill games like Subnautica and Minecraft because they're very similar. Let's face it. And by the way, don't worry if you're a Minecraft fan and you're a fan of my Minecraft stuff. You're like, oh man, Phil hasn't played it in a while. I am gonna get back to it. I do promise you that I will go back to Minecraft, but I figure Subnautica right now is the new chill game I'm playing. People are liking it. I want to continue on with that, and I don't want to do back-to-back similar games. So, Tuesday night, I'll be doing a couple hours of Dark Souls Remastered, alright? If you remember, I'm in the Duke's Archives, and I'm trying to chop off the tail of Seed the Scaleless, and it's not going very well, okay? It's just not. It's going pretty rough. So, it may be 2 hours, it may literally be 2 hours of me trying to blow off this tail with, like, magic. I don't know what else to do. I don't know how it's going to work. Yeah, so that's the deal for Tuesday night. Now, here's where we get some confusion and uncertainty, everyone. I would like to take Wednesday off this week to be my day off for the week. That's the day when I spend time with my girl, Kat, and we go out and we do errands, but we also usually do some fun stuff or whatever. It's our one day a week we actually get to spend the whole day together, okay? But the weather out here is so weird. You know, we recently had a ton of snow. Not this week, but last week, okay? And, excuse me. That being said, you know, we've all been keeping an eye on the weather. Oh my God, what's going to happen? Are we going to end up getting more snow? Because here in Washington State, people are not used to snow. So when it snows here, it's like everything shuts down. It becomes a horrid mess. No one plows properly. It just becomes a big ordeal, all right? So that being said, I don't know what's going to happen because the weather has been reporting on and off that it's going to snow on Wednesday. Sometimes it says it's going to, and sometimes it says it's not. Last night it said snow, all right? Then this morning, I wake up, it still says snow on Wednesday. So I click on the website, and then the website says, oh no, it's no snow, it's just rain. Like, wait a minute. The app shows a snowflake. You click on the snowflake, it takes you to the website which says no snow, just rain. So they don't know anything. As usual, meteorologists are just fortune tellers. They don't know much. And it all changes at a moment's notice. Okay? And they're almost never right. One of those few occupations that they get paid a ton of money to do what they do, and they're almost never right. I'd love to have that kind of a job. So anyway, you know, I don't know what's going to happen on Wednesday. I'm hoping the weather's fine. If it's just rain, that's fine. That's normal weather here for Washington. So if there's just rain, I'll be off on Wednesday, and that'll be my day out. If not, if it ends up being snow, then I'll be here on Wednesday, okay? But anyway, the gist of this is, as moving forward, one of the main new games, either, I almost said Apex Legends, either Metro Exodus or Jump Force will be played as the main gameplay stream of the day. And then at night, I'll be balancing that with something chill, whether it's Minecraft or Subnautica or Dark Souls Remastered, even though that's not very chill, but that's one of the games I'm kind of balancing with everything else. Or, you know, more Black Ops 4 Blackout, etc. Those will be the games that'll be balanced with the new release stuff. Okay? Now, once we start wrapping up with some of these new releases, which we're not even close. I mean, only 4 hours into Jump Force, about 8 hours into Metro. From all reports, I'm not even halfway through, you know, either game. But when we finally get to start winding down to the end of one of these games, I'll try to figure out what I want to do next. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Oh, I hate when this happens. Annoying. All right, so I'll be thinking about what I want to do next. I'm not sure what it's going to be. There's many possibilities. It could be something new. It could be something old. I don't know. But I'll let you guys know, you know, once we get to that point. Right now, we're nowhere near that point. It may be more than a week before we even get to the point where I'm about to finish up one of these new releases, and then we worry about, oh, you know, what's the next game that I'm going to be playing on the docket, okay? Okay, fair enough. All right. Okay, so, outside of all of that, what else is going on? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new subs goal for the month. That's right, we actually are doing a sub goal for this month. There's only 11 days left in February, all right? We are 25 subs away from hitting the sub goal. We're at 500 out of 525 subs. I know a lot of you were subscribed and basically stopped subbing for various reasons. Some people wanted to support in the best way possible, and for a while there, that was tipping, and I appreciate that. Some people just said, nothing really going on, and they're rolling new releases or whatever, so we're not going to sub until something interesting is going on. Right now, if you subscribe to the channel and we hit 525 subs this month, I'm going to be doing a retrospective event again. We just did one last week. People absolutely loved it and thought it was really fun and want to see me do another one. I'm more than happy to do that next month in March, okay? If you subscribe to the channel and we hit the goal. So please consider it. So, hopefully, with everything going on, things will pan out and we'll hit the goal and we'll be able to do this fun event next month. Also, in the month of March, I am very strongly considering doing a serious marathon. What I mean by that is anywhere from 12 to 16 hours of straight streaming, of course with breaks in between, but basically an effort to raise funds to help with my tax situation coming up in April. In mid-April, I'm going to be owing the federal government an incredibly large tax payment that I don't have the money for. I have some money for it, but nowhere near enough. In fact, I would almost guess probably not even half of what I owe. The problem is if I don't pay it, multiple things can happen. Number one, they could try to force me into a payment plan that I can't afford because I can't afford anything else right now. Already every month, I'm barely making ends meet. Number two, they could put a tax lien on my house, which obviously would be incredibly bad because that means if I go to refinance or sell my house, I have money I have to pay first, and it could screw me over because a lot of mortgage companies don't want to refinance houses with tax liens on them. Not good, all right? This is not a very good situation at all, and I'm hoping that between all the stuff going on in March and me doing a special event to raise funds, I can raise a significant amount of funds to help pay the tax situation, all right? So that being said, what I'm curious to hear from you guys and gals, all right, is what would you really like to see? What would you like to see in regards to a marathon that's going to bring in viewers and motivate people to contribute? What would it be? Would it be a marathon where I do fighting games? Would it be a marathon where I play Dark Souls in a special way, maybe a challenge run? Would it be playing a brand new game I've never played before, trying to beat it within that set time frame? Would it be a marathon of, I don't know, platforms, Banjo-Tooie, or maybe the Sonic the Hedgehog games in a marathon setting? You know, what would it be that would really entertain people and bring people in to watch me play stuff in an extended period of time and also motivate them to contribute to help me out with my, my issue? So that's what I need to know. What is your opinion? What would happen? Okay, let me know. You guys, it's up to you. It's going to be you guys who are going to be motivating and coming in and going to want to bring people in to watch this thing, right? What kind of thing would you guys like to see? Oh my God! Every $10 or 1,000 bits I take a shot, says Stinking Burrows, I would die. And we all know what happened the last time I drank on a stream. I don't think that's going to happen anymore. I'm just saying, there's too much shit behind the scenes going on that stresses me out, and then when I drink, it makes the stress worse. And I'm not going to have that happen again like it happened on the Christmas event on stream again. Okay? Okay. So, all that being said, guys, I'd love to hear your opinions. All right? Let me know. Think of some ideas. You can contact me via various ways. darksidephil@hotmail.com. You can send me an email. You can tweet me at @theycallmeDSP. During a stream, you want to do a shout out, and during that shout out, give me your opinion, your suggestion. I'm all ears because I've got about a month to figure this out, and then I'm probably going to do the special event in the second half of March. And I would love to hear your opinions on what would bring people out and motivate people to contribute, because at this point I'm getting pretty much desperate. I don't know what else to say. It's true. It's going to be a situation where I need to raise as much as I can in a short period of time. And if I don't, I'm screwed, So, let's see. Let's see what happens. But give me your ideas. I just got a pop-up on my PS4. Cannot operate PS4 with voice. What the fuck? Well, I guess I'll be restarting my PS4 and making a new party. I don't know what just happened. I just got a pop-up on my PS4. It says, cannot operate PS4 with voice. What? Well, that's going to be pretty hard doing Apex Legends teams with no voice. How stupid. Anyway. All right, so all that being said, let's restart this PS4 while I continue here. Stupid thing. Let's now talk about better stuff than that. All right. If you like my content and you would like to contribute and, you know, you'd like to get a shout out during today's stream, you can. All right. If you either subscribe to the channel, as we've already talked, we got a subs goal this month, or if you cheer with bits, or if you tip me. If you do any of those three things, I will give you a verbal shout out during today's stream. Now keep in mind, during Apex Legends, it's pretty tough to on the fly give shout outs, especially because I have to be really hyper focused on my team. I will do my absolute best. All right. I will do my absolute best to try and give shout outs to everybody. So hopefully, it does work out and, everyone gets their appropriate shout out. Also, I have a stream stats leaderboard, as you can see, where the current top cheerer and top tipper of the day will go up there and get recognition for their contributions. All right, that's pretty cool. And we've got the tip tracker, excuse me, not the tip tracker. Well, we do have the tip tracker. I was going to say we have the subs tracker, where I'll be tracking total subs and let you know if we do hit the subs goal for today, for the month. And also, we have a total tips tracker. All right, so we have many things that I'll be updating during the course of today's stream. Now, right now, any way that you contribute helps me out. I know recent weeks I've been saying, oh, there's a preferred way to contribute. There's not. Anything you guys do right now to help, is great. I appreciate all of it, and everything helps me, so thank you guys. Anyone who does cheer, sub, or tip during today's stream, it is much appreciated. Okay? And let's go from there. Fair enough? All right. Let's get to shout-outs. Let's go to shout-outs here. For those who have been contributing already before we even started. Excuse me, trying to clear my throat here. So overnight, we had a couple of people who contributed. We start off with Golden Colts, who did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Golden Colts, for the 100-bit cheer. Maybe we'll see him today. Not sure. And Xbox One is garbage. Tipped me $1 and says, I'm playing Metro right now. It just occurred to me, why is everyone speaking English when they're all Russian and in Russia? Well, here's the deal. If everyone talked Russian and had, subtitles, not to say that would be bad, per se. I don't think it would be. But I think it would turn off some people. Some people like to play games and not be reading constantly, and so they want to actually hear their native language. I mean, that's why we have dubbing in all these different languages. When you play a game, you could usually have English, French, Russian, sometimes German or Italian. They usually have Spanish. These different languages are available, so you can hear it in your native tongue, basically. Makes it feel a little less jarring, a little more relaxing to not have to be reading constantly, okay? So it makes sense that even though they're Russian, they all have Russian accents. They all sound like they're Russians, but they all have a, they all are speaking English, okay? Makes sense. Now, some people have said the best way to play the game is actually to play it in Russian with the English subtitles. So if that's your cup of tea, I'm sure you can do that and you would enjoy it. For me, it's a lot easier just understanding what they're saying from the get-go and not having to read every single subtitle. So for me, I'm leaving my playthrough on English, okay? All right, so thank you, Xbox One is garbage, for that overnight tip. I appreciate that, okay? So now we start today's stream with a dollar tip from Piggy Smalls, who said that it says that they've been banned because their name had Piggy in the name and they don't understand why. Even if you are a troll and you were intending to insult me with the word piggy, which I don't even understand because it's not like I'm a giant fat guy or whatever. I'm not. But if you were trying to insult me with that name, you have not done anything wrong in the stream chat. Therefore, I've unbanned you. And just, watch it. Obviously, don't do anything, bad in the stream chat. But no, someone just because their name has something that could very, very, very unspecifically be determined to be an insult towards me, they should not be banned just for that. So I do disagree with that moderation action, and I have undone it. Okay? Alice Telemon did a 100-bit cheer. He says, hi, Phil, have you seen anything concerning the Verge Vox copyright strike debacle with gaming PC build video? I think this will create caution with other companies to issue strikes in the future. No, and I don't even know what you're talking about. Huh. No. I've heard zero about any, any situation. And, if you have further information and we'd like to talk about this, during today's stream, great. But I don't know anything about it. At least, I've been paying attention to social media and everything. I haven't seen anyone talking about it, so. Okay, Android cheered. Hold on a second. There we go. Android cheered. He says, it's awesome Kat's able to change her schedule based on the weather. So you guys get to spend a day. I wish my girl's job was that flexible. Well, she doesn't. Our day off is based on her schedule. So this week she has a few days off in the middle of the week. And so that's what I mean. Like, we have to time our time together based on her work schedule. She heavily works all weekend and then usually has a few days off in the middle of the week. So, that's why we're looking at Wednesday, we hope. If not, if there's snow, then probably Thursday would be our day off this week. We'll see. Then Android shoot again. He says, do you plan on doing some huge fundraiser streams between now and April? What's the cutoff where things will no longer help towards the taxes? The bottom line is, right now, everything's great. Any contribution you guys lend helps me right now. Come March, all right, it's going to be patron pledges, Teespring purchases, and tips. That's it. And same thing in April. Like, those things are things that I have access to those contribution methods right away, and they could be put towards something, to help with those taxes or whatever. Okay? So, that's the deal. And, any contributions are appreciated, but right now, everything's great. Any kind of thing that you do. But starting next month, it's just going to be those other methods. All right? And not to say, that cheering and subbing doesn't help. It absolutely does. But it'll be long-term help, basically. Versus anything that'll be able to be received before the time my taxes are going to be due, I believe, mid-month. I think April 15th. So, there you go. Okay, Eternal Napalm has cheered 100 bits. He says, are you more excited for Anthem or the Division 2? Either way, I hope you meticulously grind out all 4 classes in Anthem for variety. I'm not interested in either of them. And I've said this multiple times, that I'm probably not playing either of them. Anthem just seems completely uninspired. It's a team-based, grinding, boring co-op game. Again, a game that only seems fun if you're going to play it with a group of friends with social interaction via that method. Playing the game on its face value is terrible and not very fun or very good. And playing it solo is probably incredibly boring. And the game has little to no story. Bare bones content, bare bones story. Again, it's basically Destiny all over again. And, I played Destiny 1 and 2. Didn't like either of them. Okay? Even Destiny 2 doing a full co-op playthrough with Brian and Kekken as we did, I didn't like it. I thought that it was boring. And long-term, I never really went back to it. I didn't think that it was very good. So, yeah, in that regard, I'm probably not playing either of them. I did it pretty much around the same game, the same style of game. If you have a group of friends who love to do co-op in games all the time, and this is your forte, great. Enjoy 2019, because it seems like, a bunch of companies are copying each other to put out the same fucking game a million times so that you can play it. But outside of that, I see no reason for me to play it. Okay. But Baranoli tipped me $5 and said, tips out for Harambe. Thank you very much, Baranoli, for the $5 tip. J.K. Brute did a 100-bit cheer. He says, how does Joel Osteen get away with stuff for his taxes, but you get hit by the book? I don't even know who you're talking about or what the situation is. I can't answer that question. You give me a random person I've never heard of and ask me how do they do taxes. I have no idea. All I know is, my situation, I don't know anybody else's. The truth of the matter is, if I didn't have that issue with the state taxes starting in 2017, I would be fine. I was at a point in 2017 where I was paying everything well. I was paying down my debt. Everything was good. And then I got hit with, oh, you owe state back taxes because your accountant hasn't done his job for the past 4 years. And it completely fucked me over. And it got me to the point where I had to rack up a ton of more debt on credit cards and the like to pay those taxes and pay a tax attorney to fix that problem. And by the time it was fixed, I didn't have money anymore to pay anything else. And that's my problem right now, is it fucked me over. That guy in Connecticut completely fucked my life up. And I have no recourse and no way I can do anything about it. So. All right, Rob Warren tipped me $20. Says, I had an unbelievable weekend and wanted to bless you. Well, thank you, Rob. let's get you up there as top tip of the day. That's why I haven't put up a top tip yet, because I knew that yours was coming up here. $20 tip, very nice. And total tips for today so far, let's see here. We're already up to 27 bucks. Technically we're 26, but someone just tipped another $1. But we're up to 27, so thank you guys for that already. Thank you for that contribution. Much appreciated. Feed me, Seymour, feed me, which apparently is some kind of a meme. Tip me $1 and said, I don't understand why you don't want to play games with bad reviews anymore. People love when you played bad games because you ripped them so bad. Your review of the worst game you played got 1 million views. Some of your funniest Let's Plays are bad games. Yeah, and I don't review games anymore, right? And I don't care about YouTube views anymore because they don't matter and they don't really exist. And I don't have the money to buy bad games anymore. So it's just a completely different life situation. Yes, back when I used to be solely a YouTuber and I was focusing on YouTube videos, okay, and I had the funds to do it because I was making way more money, I was able to go ahead and buy every game under the sun. I was the guy who on release day would run out there and buy every game. No matter what it was, if I heard of it or not, I would buy every new game, play it on release day, do a playthrough of it. If it was a shitty game, I would shit all over it. And if it was a good game, you know, I would obviously praise it. At that time, a lot of people complained and said, Phil, you play too many games, you rush through games because you don't take time with the good ones because you're always rushing to the next one. You're playing these crappy games that no one wants to see you play. You should focus in solely on games that you think are interesting and fun, so that way it's your more time well spent, right? So at that time, I said, okay, fair enough. Eventually, maybe we'll do that. And then over the years, I lost my focus on YouTube, didn't really care about it anymore as YouTube fell apart as a business and basically destroyed my YouTube business because they did. They, you know, through algorithms, through false copyright strikes, through all kinds of shit, my DSPGaming channel on YouTube basically was ruined. So I had to focus on live streaming. And when I started focusing on live streaming, yeah, every once in a while I would still play a bad game. But for the most part, what I found is that there's two things that I have big success with streaming. Number one, good games, i.e. games that I play and I enjoy, and you guys then, therefore, enjoy the interactive experience and positive experience we have on the streams because I'm having fun with them. Or number two, chill games. Games that are ongoing experiences that aren't super serious, don't require a lot of effort or focus, but instead become streams where we can kind of just relax together and interact and talk with each other and have a good time via that way, rather than, again, focusing on hyper hard games and stuff like that. So those seem to be the two things that are very successful on streams. All right. So, that being said, yeah, if this was still 2013 and I was still making money hand over fist on YouTube and people hadn't destroyed my YouTube channel and I was focused on making YouTube videos that would go viral, yeah, I would play bad games and review them poorly, and I would make videos that would get 1 million views and make me thousands of dollars, and things would be a lot different. But it's not 2013 anymore. You know what I mean? It's not. It's 2019. Things are incredibly different. The world is a different place. The internet's a different place. It's not viable for me to run out and buy every game and just play it anymore, because people will get bored of it. People are like, man, if I don't like this game, why do you keep playing it? You know what I mean? So it's just a different thing. It's different now, guys, you know, and you got to accept change. You got to move on. So I hear you, Feed Me Seymour. Wow, Phil, you used to be the guy who played every game. You played the bad games and made fun of him, ripped him a new asshole. And yeah, and now I can't do that anymore, you know. If I had the freedom, the financial freedom to do that, I would. I don't. I can't drop hundreds of dollars a week on games that I'm going to play twice and hate and get nothing out of them. Okay? All right. Why do you bite mommy? Cheers that you could experiment with the games that are out of your comfort zone. For example, a MOBA or a competitive shooter like Counter-Strike Go or Rainbow Siege 6. It could prove to be quite profitable. I already have. I've played both Counter-Strike Go and Rainbow Six Siege when they were new games, and no one liked them. You know, both games, in my opinion, Counter-Strike Go wasn't very good at launch. It wasn't as good as original Counter-Strike. I actually like original Counter-Strike better than Counter-Strike Go. And Rainbow Six Siege was a fucking mess at launch. That game was a piece of duty. It was really freaking bad, man. You know, both games became virally popular over time. And now there's humongous competitive communities for them that I don't care about. I'm not going to sit here and invest hundreds and hundreds of hours of gameplay into these games for no promise on investment and also to bore my audience. My streaming audience is an audience that likes variety. They don't like the same thing over and over and over. And in order to get good at a MOBA or a competitive shooter, you need to invest ridiculous amounts of time into them in order to get to a level where you can actually hang. It's actually exactly the same with fighting games. You know, competitive fighting games. If you want to get good, you have to practice, you have to grind, you have to learn the right strategies. It's not something you just sit down and jump right into and immediately, oh my God, you're successful. It's the same thing. Even with a background in Street Fighter and everything, I don't care enough about modern fighters to sit here and turn my streaming existence into playing 1 or 2 games in order to get competitively good. I don't care about that. And I've even said this before, variety for me is a really positive thing. It's why I'm still here after over 10 years. Because other people are, you know, flash in the pan success playing one style of game and that's it. I play everything. So because I do, I always have an audience, right? I can never get stale or old because I'm always playing the hot new thing. That's the cool thing about what I do. It's very, very different from, you know, what you would expect someone who's you know, successful to be doing. A lot of these guys are just one genre, one style of game, must focus in on the one thing. I don't do that. And it's rare to see someone be as successful as I am. For over 10 years, you know, being able to do it and having a viewing audience for over 7 years, having a living doing it. You know, doing it the way I do it. But hey, that's my thing. That's my niche. That's my catch. That's why people come check it out. Every time you check out a stream of DSP, you don't know what I'm doing. Is he playing a shooter? Is he going to play an action game? Is he going to be playing an RPG? What's he doing, you know? That's cool. So the answer is no. I'm not going to do competitive stuff. It's a waste of time for me anyway. Alice Telemon Shear says Vox made a build video which was terrible, really terrible. Review Tech USA and Bitwit did review videos on that. They got strikes months later. They appealed and won, but The Verge clearly misused the copyright system to censor and has exploded. The whole copyright system is garbage. Everyone knows this. I don't know how it exploded. Like, people must be really dumb. Everyone knows the copyright system is completely bogus. I've had a ridiculous amount of illegitimate strikes against my channels that have negatively affected me. I've had them for fucking fan art. Fan art. A single frame piece of artwork that was made by a viewer who then put in a false copyright strike against it later to fuck me over. How is it not known that YouTube's copyright system doesn't work and is broken? I don't know. How did this just blow up now? I don't know. This reminds me of the same thing happened with the Nostalgia Critic years ago when his channel Awesome was being negatively affected on YouTube because he was making his review videos and they were all getting these strikes and things against them. And he put up a sting and all of a sudden it became a hot topic. It's like, dude, like I've known this for fucking a million years. So... no, I didn't hear about this thing. It just seems like a bunch of needless drama because you know YouTube's not going to fucking fix it anyway. It's kind of like when you're on YouTube, it's like you just have to accept the website is a piece of shit. The staff don't give a fuck. The management are terrible. They're more worried about, you know, social justice issues and shit than actually running a fucking operating business. And they don't know shit. The only reason they're in power is because they're backed by a ridiculous amount of unlimited money from Google. And if they didn't have that, they would never even be in business. They'd be fucked. Because any other business would run right fucking over them. But it's that Google money that makes them immune to having to actually abide by any kind of rules or laws. So, it is what it is. You use YouTube, you have to abide by their bullshit. And that's why I don't care about YouTube anymore. That's why I focus on Twitch. Very simply, very frankly. Okay? Alright, Eternal Napalm. Did a 50-bit cheer. Says, have you checked out Astral Chain, which was recently announced by Nintendo? The Cyberpunk setting seems pretty neat. Nope. Don't know anything about it. I got an anonymous $10 tip. Thank you to the anonymous $10 tipper. That is much appreciated. We're up to $37 in tips now so far today. Thank you, everybody. Okay. And Atlas Telemon cheered again. He says, I miss KO Gaming. You know, to some extent, I do too. I'll be honest with all of you. It was fun to sit down, and even though it took a lot of time and effort to edit those videos, do the voiceovers, etc., to put out a nice edited, polished video that had, you know, production value put into it, that people watched and enjoyed and said, wow, here's a nice, you know, a work that someone obviously, you know, put a lot of time and effort into. And to see people watch and enjoy those videos, some of those videos go viral and get a lot of views and end up being profitable for me, you know. That was really fun. For the year it lasted, KO Gaming was amazing. And again, just another thing that went by the wayside when YouTube fucked up their website and demonetized all the videos on that channel for no reason at all. The reason I stopped making edited content was because of that, because YouTube was demonetizing all of my videos for no reason. No valid reason at all. And then you would appeal it and say, why did you do this, YouTube? And they would say, oh, well, here's the criteria of why we demonetize stuff. And I say, yeah, my video is an edited review with no swearing and nothing bad in it at all. It doesn't match any of those criteria. It's obvious your algorithms don't fucking work. Why are you doing this? And what are you doing to fix it? And they would literally ignore you. And that's how they've been. They don't care. Again, YouTube is a site. They don't care. They have no fucking moral compass or soul. They pretend like they do. Again, oh, social justice and herp-a-derp. But then they fucking ruin people's businesses and ruin people's lives and take no responsibility for it whatsoever because they're a bunch of fucking assholes. All right? So that's why I stopped caring. The year that I did KO Gaming, if YouTube didn't fuck everything up, it might have been an amazing time for me, because what I would have maybe started doing was splitting my time between editing videos on YouTube and streaming full time and kind of doing it half and half. It would have been awesome because I could have kept doing live playthroughs, but still had this other kind of a thing going on the other side of it with edited content that got more popular and people would have liked. But YouTube demonetized all my videos, and then ad revenue plummeted on YouTube, so it was like the double whammy. It was like you had rampant demonetization and then the YouTube adpocalypse at the same time. There was no way that I could have kept doing KO Gaming and kept it viable at all. It was their fault. 100% YouTube killed KO Gaming. All that whole year of time and effort I put into it was wasted because of them fucking over everyone and fucking their business up with lazy management and horrible business decisions. So... User just Charity says, will you ever be willing to play the Street Fighter 30th anniversary again? Don't play against randoms, but against fans for a session. I love it when you play Super Turbo and Third Strike. I mean, I'm not 100% against it. Obviously, I own the rights to it. I could re-download it whenever I want. The reason I stopped playing it was because I couldn't find matches anymore. You know, I couldn't even find consistent opponents in Third Strike, which I actually really enjoyed playing online. You know, when I stopped playing it, I was getting to the point where I was getting back into the groove of the game. I was able to hit confirm with Ken. You know, I was doing real well. And basically, I had to stop playing it because I couldn't find opponents anymore. There was no one even available to play. And the problem here is that I almost guarantee you, even though maybe you and me and maybe one or two others may be interested, the game pretty much died last year. No one plays it anymore. So it would be probably pretty hard to find a group of people who would just want to sit down and play it. I love classic Street Fighter. I would love to play Super Turbo or Third Strike. But right now it seems like the games are dead again, which sucks. You know, it just sucks. I love those games. That's classic throwback Street Fighter. And it seems like at this point it may be dead for good. Because if an anniversary collection that goes mainstream and is available on every console doesn't even semi-revive the classics, I don't know what will. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like everyone just wants to buy into the stupid fucking hype of the main game, Street Fighter V, just because that's what Capcom wants to promote to make money on. And since that is the focus, it seems like there's really nothing else that can be done, and everything else goes by the wayside. And that sucks, because the classics, in my opinion, are much better than the modern shit. But, you know, that's life, I guess. You know, and since Capcom wants to only care about Street Fighter V to keep making money off of a bad game, and since people are too stupid to realize that it's a bad game, that they keep dumping money into this fucking thing and watching tournaments of it and giving attention to a terrible fucking game, the classics will suffer. You know? If Capcom had actually promoted the Classics Collection last year, maybe it actually would have gotten some attention, but they really didn't. So there you go. Alright, so all that being said, guys, that's pretty much it. By the way, some people have said, why am I getting so many viewers today? I have no idea. Earlier, we had our normal viewership, and then all of a sudden it spiked. I don't know if this is view bots, someone coming in and view botting. I don't know if this is someone with trolls coming in. I have no idea what it is. So, just to forewarn everyone, no, we don't normally get 700 viewers before I even started playing a game. This makes no sense. It's obvious some weird shit is going on. It is what it is. All right. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to end the pre-stream. Okay. And I'm going to get my party together with Kekin and Brian. We're going to play for a couple of hours, then take my usual break. Probably around 2 p.m.-ish. And then if Brian cannot continue, because he said he can only play for a couple of hours today, then we'll try to get a third member. All right, if you're interested in possibly playing later, please email me at darksidephil@hotmail.com. All right, and we'll see if I need a third new person later, or if we just go me and Kekin in a random, which we tried last week, didn't really work that well. Alice Telemon just said, if you had the funds, would you buy an original Super Turbo cabinet? Is it available? No, I would not. At one point, I had aspirations to buy a gaming cabinet. When I had my condo in Connecticut, I even knew, I was like, oh man, I'm going to put it against this wall and stuff. But the bottom line is, there's no need for it. I would be playing myself. Why would I want to play against the computer myself? I'm not going to have people coming over to my house to play Super Turbo in the house and shit, No, I would not want that at all. Okay. All right, everybody. So that is it. Thank you. And let's end the pre-stream. Like I said, please give me about 5 to 10 minutes to form the party and to get the party together. And then we'll get started here with Apex Legends Co-op. Sound good? All right, guys. Let's end the pre-stream, and I'll be back in a few minutes. It's going to be quiet while we set up, but I'll be back, and then we'll get started. All right, thanks.